delighted to be here today. And today we want to help bring attention to the contributions women have made in business, in healthcare, and the commitment that AstraZeneca has placed on advancing gender equity, empowering women, and inclusion and diversity.
It's about making choices. I think so many women try to truly do it all. It's not possible. We are only human. There's only 24 hours in the day. So I think making choices, what do you care about? What is most deeply about, and don't have any regrets. And then for me, it's you have to know yourself, right? That self-insight, self-awareness is key. You got to know when you're about to break.
Being intentional, doing like Pam said, and choosing the things where I think it's really important for me to be present, and making sure that we have those valued moments together. That's always been a really top priority for me. I've also always wanted my children to see that as much as I love being with them, that raising my children has been the greatest joy of my life. I'm also extremely proud of what I accomplish at work, and I want them to know that I work for a reason. I work because we're trying to do something that is of value, that we think is of benefit.
The other thing I would say, if something isn't working, you have the power to change it. If you're constantly making choices that are, on one side versus the other, and you don't feel that that's right, you can readjust and make a different choice. And then the final thing, very practical, is some things you have to compromise on.
I were to say three things. One is the single most important decision you'll make for your career is who you pick as your partner. Okay, and how they support you or not. Secondly, I would say you can have everything in life, just not all at the same time. And then thirdly, I say stop feeling guilty. I think women are always going from one guilt to another, and guilt here, guilt there. Stop giving yourself guilt. It's not worth it. You're doing your best and you're making compromises, but do not feel guilty about that.
Mentorship is not only the formal mentoring program. I think that you can get many great advices from the network you create and build, but it requires effort and time, and it requires you to be intentional in kind of who are the people you are reaching out and what are you reaching out for. So I think there is a bit of an effort in kind of building that right mentor network.
Many of the problems that you face in a career and things are common across many different settings, and so you can learn from different places. So think about that network, and as Iskra said, I think be intentional about it. You can actually map it out and say, okay, have you got the connections into different parts of the organization that would really be helpful to you? What can you do to create those nodes and experience? If you actually put some thought into it, you can plan it out a little bit more. And that can be really helpful.
Giving and taking feedback and asking for feedback is again a skill you can learn, but it's actually a very, very important skill. And I don't think we use that enough. Many a times, we may ask for feedback or we are given feedback, and it's often taken as criticism, or and that actually makes us more defensive and shut down. So I think, again, learning the skill of giving and taking feedback. Feedback is a gift, and you should really value anybody who's willing to give you feedback, because honestly, they would not give you feedback if they didn't care for you. So the fact that somebody's willing to give you feedback means they actually care about you.
As senior leaders and also our leaders, I think we are uniquely positioned to make things okay for the younger woman, right? I mean, whether it's children or other challenges in life, how do we sort of set the example, set the expectation that it is okay to leave at 5 o'clock to pick up your child. It is okay if you need to take care of your aging parents in certain ways. I mean, we should be measuring results, and we should be measuring sort of value added work.
When we share with younger women that, you know, what did I learn along the way? How did I learn how to navigate those meetings that started at 6 when my daycare closed at 5:30? And, you know, what did I do to get through that? I think that this is the way we give each other the support system to help each other rise. You know, Madeleine Albright said there's a special place in hell for women who don't help other women out. And so I keep that in the front of my mind all the time, because this is how we help each other.
I don't want to go back to the 15-year-old self. I don't, because I think life is about experiencing, life is about learning, life is about falling down and getting back up. It makes you stronger, makes you better. I would say and I'm a firm believer, if someone's career or life is smooth sailing, I'm not sure how much you will learn.
So now I'm raising a daughter. And she is 19, and she has gone through choosing where she wants to go to college and what she wants to major in. And when she called me and asked for my opinion on her major, I refused to have one, because it's her path to create. And all I tell her to do is be brave and be courageous and choose things that interest her. But I don't think we should bend to anybody else's definition of success. And I wish I had known that when I was 15.